All right. Welcome to another workshop. So, today, 'cause we all meet up every Saturday, usually. Ant recorded drums. So, this is what I was waiting for. This is kind of how the process of all of this goes. So, I work on something, and then I give what I work on to Chris and Anthony. Then while they're working on that, I'm putting together the next piece, and it's back and forth. So earlier, I think last week and the week before was me waiting for them to apply their parts to the songs. And that's how our process kind of works. So I'm always trying to stay one step ahead of them so that there could be a steady flow and things can progress. Because, like, when you have a goal as big as this, you have to pace yourself, you know, and work smart. But this is Dream, and this is the little song I showed earlier. It already sounded like pretty complete just on its own, but it needed a drum set and bass guitar. So the tribe, that's what I call the instruments that we've heard, that we hear so far. I don't think I've shown all of them. So we have like a fire starting here. These instruments, you can almost think of this as a different band. Like a different band is playing with us. And this is them. And then we're all gonna come in here. So it's a pretty cool offset. So this is the other band's already playing. Now we're gonna play with this fictional band over here. Alright, and I'm naming the tracks after the characters that we play in this whole concept. Because that's important to think of it like that, I guess. For me. So this is where drum set will go. And Hatman is the instruments of like piano and singing. Exploder will be drum set, and Pocket Master will be Chris. And what that folder is going to be, like, Chris can sometimes play guitar on this album if he wants to. So sometimes Pocket Master will have guitar under it too. But we're going to work on Exploder's folder. So Exploder is drum set. Okay, making sure things going good. Hello. Congrats on beating the code. That was cool. The code has finally been solved. Yeah. I was happy. I was happy when I saw that. I'm like, okay. Good. And how he solved it too was incredible. Like, that's what I'm looking for in a way. Okay. So here we go. An Exploder drum set. We're gonna put drums, the new drums he recorded. Okay. And he has quite a bit. Okay. So he's giving me like, alright, I know what to do. Part 1, part 20. Huh. Okay, let me see how these are named. Well, I'm guessing they're in chronological order, so should be good. Okay. This exploder drum set, we're gonna put it down here. This we're gonna make this a folder. So this is Anthony's part that he recorded. The challenge I have right now is we don't really record like all at once, if that makes any sense. Like we don't have one studio recording. We have like laptops and we record that way because like getting studio space and all that stuff is really hard to do. So like that's the way we do it. I mean it works, you know, you get the same result as you would. Yeah, let's see. What could this be? Wonder why it looks like that. This would be bass drum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I guess an extra one recorded. So this would be bass, snare, tom, 2. Or he just didn't hit floor tom. Yeah. Yeah, he didn't hit I'm like, is the floor tom mic busted or something? But he didn't hit the floor. He doesn't hit floor tom in this song. So the floor tom looks like nothing. Okay, I get it. That's weird. That's crazy. And the reason he's not hitting floor tom is because we have like a floor tom player in the tribe. So there's someone just focused on floor tom. So that's why he's using it sparingly. Okay. So I gotta time it where he comes in. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make the tribe a little quieter. That way I can focus on syncing this drum set part. Let's see, does he just do like a fill here? Let me see. Okay, so he comes in on the upbeat. Okay, so he comes in on the upbeat. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's what it should be. There we go. We're getting closer, we're getting closer. Make exploder a little louder. Okay. Louder. That's a pretty good take. So that's take one. Isn't that bizarre though? Look at that floor tom. It's like we got these new mics, right? Like if these were the old mics, it would be picking up stuff. But these mics are so like centralized for drums. So like the no bleed through. There's like no bleed through in the floor tom. Like it didn't pick up anything. Yeah, and I'm like, do we not make sure that mic worked? But yeah, I'm just like blown away. That's pretty cool. So I think we did a good buy on those floor tom mics, or those new drum mics. Okay. Does this have nothing? What is that? Okay. So I'm gonna name these now. This is floor tom. Or floor tom. This is bass drum. Yeah. Okay. So name these. So we want to be organized. Okay, then. Oh, this is snare. But he has the snare off. Yeah, so this is snare. I'm like, recording a snare with the snare off, that's gonna be interesting. Like how I'm gonna mix that, you know? Because I've never had to do that before. Okay. There's a lot I have to like say too, because the composing of this album is just crazy. And this is Tom 1. And then what is this? This is Tom 2. Wait. Yeah, that's Tom 2. Let me spell Tom right. Tom 2. This is probably floor tom. And then overhead L. I'll call it 1. And then overhead 2. Okay. So everything is named. This, I don't know why this is here. I guess I could delete that. Okay. Man, those mics are really good. Okay. Okay, so here I'm gonna make them a little louder. Yeah, I like it. Okay. Okay, I believe he did. Yeah, so let's take 1. Make another track here. So you want to be organized when you're doing stuff like this. Okay, so this is take 1. Yeah, editing, mixing, anything to do with drums is like insane. like compared to the other instruments, like how to edit drums and mix drums, it's totally insane. It's like not even like not the same level, you know. Like if you're doing some audio engineering course, it's like they should teach like, okay, mix and master just this instrument, and then like the last level is drums, because there's so much that goes into it. So the first thing you have to do is like put all the takes together. So that's take one. I'm guessing take two is gonna be another intro. So he plays half the song. I'm gonna make a take two. So this is take two, because I'm guessing the next audio files are gonna be see date. Okay. So alright, so I know what this is now. He just put a 0 after the 2. Alright, I'm gonna put it like right here, separate the tracks. I'm guessing I'm gonna mute take one. Alright. Okay, yeah, this is that. I'm trying it back down. It's all about syncing the drums to what I have already. So that in itself is like kind of a task. Okay, let me get these closer. Almost. There. Oh, that's far. I'm a beat off. Okay, let me zoom in. So a little bit more. Oh, comes in on that beat. So it comes even sooner. Okay. See here? Let's see. Click these again. So I know that bass drum should be on that note. Almost. There we go. Alright, so that's take two. Yeah, sometimes timing these is interesting, you know? It really is. Okay. So this is bass drum. Yeah, snare. I'm really excited to work with this non-snared snare because I've never really done it. This tom one. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Okay. Overhead one. All right. It's a pretty good take. Oh, I forgot to tell them I'm streaming. Yes, drum editing. Drum editing is an art form. It is. Oh goodness. Drum editing is something I've crafted my whole life. Editing drums. Yeah. I sent them the message. Editing drums. I don't know if like Anthony's like, because you know all musicians were all kind of like, we don't want to show our takes, you know, because in our heads we want to be perfect, you know, one takers, but recording music, at least the way we do it, doesn't really revolve around being a perfect musician. It's all about getting the music out in any way you can, you know, the best way you can. I don't know, I see floor tom bleed on this take, so maybe something happened with that other. Okay. So we have those. And I have to... There we go. So yeah, so that's take 1, take 2. And I believe these next ones... Oh. So those are other audios I got. And then I got... Let's see. 3, 4, 5. I don't know what 3 is gonna be. I'll know like when I hear it. There's 5 takes. I don't remember why. Okay, that's a problem. Mm, 3. Just put all these. So this looks like the hi-hat part. Yeah, this is the hi-hat part. So the hi-hat part comes later in the song. So what he did was he recorded the first part. So we have one part of the song, he does 2 takes on the first part, and then other takes on the second part. Just to make it so he can just focus on making a good part, you know. Because we're still crafting the song even when we're recording to see what ideas work good, I guess. It's the best way I can think. Like, that's kind of how we work. Like, we're just always trying to make the song as best as it can. Rather than, you know, just doing everything the same all the time. Take 1, take 2. I'm going to put this in take 1. So I'm going to drag all these guys up here. And doom. So even though it's like 4 takes, it's still gonna look like 2. So I gotta sync this one now. Oops.
From the dream to unite and rebuild. So don't be afraid.
Sometimes I just like listening to it completely out of time. It's like, oh, he came in early. It's funny to me because, like, imagine this happens live. Like, you get this drummer who's just super focused. This is why this is funny. This drummer super focused. He has the sheet music. And something happens with the sheet music. But he reads so well that he totally, like, comes in wrong. And he's so stubborn that he keeps playing the part. That's what makes it funny for me. Okay, what is going on here? Okay. Interesting. Makes sense. I guess. Let's see. Because I don't think this is bass drum. Let me see. Has to be. It should be.
You and understand and understand.
Comes in when it says understand. This part's gonna really mess with my head. Whoa, man. When it's all put together, it's really like freaky. Where you click this, you click this stick on one part. Like, don't worry, just get it on the other take. It's all good.
And understand.
Yeah, this is it. We're jamming. This part is so insane. Like, dude, what's even going on? But yeah, it's a good part because the rhythm on this album is like from another world, really. Alright, so that's take one. So what are the other takes? Did he do more of that part? Okay. Oh, I must be zoomed in. Yeah, I am zoomed in. Okay. So that's a pretty good take. 4. Okay. This looks like another part 2. Yeah, it is. Know your song.
Take my hand and understand.
Nah, I was close. I was like, I could get it right the first time.
Understand.
But did I get it right?
Understand.
Oh, the other take is on. I'm like, what's happening? Mute that one.
Understand.
Okay, that's what's going on.
And understand. Understand. And understand. Understand. And understand. Understand.
Starting to come together.
Understand. Understand.
Okay. Cool. That's weird. It's like usually we record like him first. Well, or like there's not any percussion instruments before him usually, but this time there is. So it kind of changes like kind of makes drum editing like funner because like it's all about like how well he plays with them rather than the other way around. It's pretty cool. Okay, so that's our two takes. Take one, take two. Since drums are a lot of instruments, they require a lot of tracks at first. Yeah, there's a reason people resort to like drum boxes, you know, because the stuff is it's difficult, you know. It's not beginner level like this stuff. It's so strange. Okay. So take one, take two, take three. I think I made him do another take because I was like, four. So this is take five. Okay. 'Cause I like just do something weird. I think I told him that. Like do that last part, but like do it weirder or something like that. Like mess with the time more, you know, because the time is like kind of crazy here. So this is probably the last part. So this take should be kind of risque. So I'm like, just do things even though they might not sound good. Like let's, you know, it has to manifest.
Hey, take my hand.
Probably gonna lower the reverb eventually.
Unite and understand. 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 Understand.
Oh, it's already going crazy. It might have been it. He's going. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, this is where he adds the symbols. Yeah. Okay. Nice. So he ends it the way I wanted him to. Probably on all the takes. I'm like, yeah, because like I think I told everyone. Oop. He always does funny things at the ends of his takes. I'm like kind of taking it all in, and then he just like breaks it. It's like a joke to me in the future when I'm editing him. Yeah, I like this take a lot. So this is take 3. I see ghosts. Okay. We'll get this.
Understand.
So I'm gonna organize this real quick. It's got bass drum here. He's doing rim shots because this I don't think so. I'm gonna call this snare rim because I have to EQ it differently than just the normal snare drum. Like if it's mostly rim shots or rim clicks, I have to EQ the snare differently than if he's hitting. So technique affects how it's EQ'd and all that when you get deep into like that realm. That realm of stuff. Come on. See, he kind of tricks you with the Tom 2. Because who hits Tom 1 after Tom 2? Nobody. But he does. You know? I used to always question that. Why does he end on Tom 1? But like that's what's freaking cool. like a question. Okay.
Understand.
Okay. So that's like pretty good take. I like it. So it's all up to, do I want symbols there, or do I want to keep it all Tom? You know, he's putting that decision in my hands. That's what he's doing. It's like, if you want just Tom's here are two takes. Like, that's his initial suggestion. But if you want symbols, here's what that sounds like. So it's pretty cool, like how we kind of take advantage of the multiple takes, like recording techniques that all bands do. Multiple takes, picking which one's the best. It's like composition doesn't end. It's like you write it down, you compose it, you play it, you record it, and there's all these different versions of the song. Like, that could happen, you know? All of them all together. You could do that. Nothing's stopping you. Okay. Alright. Just making sure. Okay. I don't know, maybe I want to put it more ahead of the beat. Yeah, let me try that. Oh yeah. Figure out the names.
to unite and rebuild. So don't be afraid. Take my hand.
And then I'm just listening to take one. Okay. Alright, so here's a little game I play. Right now, what I'm gonna do is... Because right now I'm listening to like what I like in both takes. But this time I'm gonna listen to take one or take two and decide which one's better. Like as a whole. So that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm gonna be listening to this song multiple times. Just to see which drum part is better overall, if it's just one. But then it doesn't end there, because then we go into parts. So I'll show you what that looks like. So I want to listen to it in full context, because full context is important. So what I was doing there was I was panning the drum part. So putting tom 1 a little bit to the left ear, tom 2 a little bit to the right. Floor tom kind of all the way to the right, not totally all the way. Overhead 1 all the way to the left, overhead 2 all the way to the right. And what this does, it kind of creates that, like if I leave everything on, it creates that, which sounds pretty cool in my head. So that's drum panning, and there's different ways you can drum pan. So you can drum pan in the perspective of the drummer. You can drum pan in the perspective of the audience looking at a drummer. So meaning overhead left goes all the way to the left, overhead right goes all the way to the right. But then you can get even deeper with that. You can be like, well, what if 2 people are here and 2 people are here, and then you can make some weird shapes. I like making either that with the overheads or putting it in the drummer's perspective, because it's mostly drummer perspective too, which is kind of cool because it puts you in the drummer's seat and that the music is like all around you, I guess. It all starts at the drums here. I was just getting into it. I like the drum panning. All right, this is take 2. Let's see how it fares. Listen to it in full context. This is something I don't really tell Anthony about. Let's see if he can figure out the names. Oh, I think he was confused with the name things. Because Chris is mixing, Anthony's recording, and I'm filming. Like, we're doing all 3 of these things. Not so much with this song because we're not really filming. Gee, I guess I wasn't doing much. I just like set up, drums and stuff. So Chris was helping with the mixing. Kind of like deal with that. Okay. So yeah, this is the first time Chris did that. Pretty cool.
From the dream to unite and rebuild. So don't be afraid. Take my hand. Unite and understand.
Okay. Take two's pretty good. I don't know which take is better. They're both pretty good. Take one overall, like take two has like a noticeable like he kind of comes in weird. Which is not a problem. Like I could easily just move that, but up here he didn't do that. Other than that, like both the takes are really good. So I'm gonna put take one ahead of take two. And yeah, see what happens. Something is up with this over here. I think it's like backwards or something. So I'm gonna have to fix that. Eventually, like this is a problem over here. A problem, a bruise, because there's no floor tom in the song, so why is there notes here? So I think it's like mixed up a little bit. I don't know how. Like sometimes weird stuff happens like that, and I don't know if it's a Reaper. I don't know if it's the way we transfer files, but like sometimes something like this will just happen where it's like consistent over here, but then it's like not, and it's like maybe something I did or. But yeah, sometimes that kind of thing just happens. But it's not a big deal. It's just like not so clean sometimes. Okay, take one I like a lot. Even though it's like take four and take whatever. Okay. That's the man, so like he did pretty good. It's giving me a lot of options. And then we have take three over here. I'm gonna go ahead and pan it while it plays because I want to hear it. Because we can pan in silence, but that's no fun. We might as well get a listen while we pan. Here we go. Listen to that. Well, let me mute the other takes. That would be good. Understand. Here's this. Probably gonna have to make it a little loud. Overall snare. Tom to the left. Tom one to the right. Floor tom to the right. Overhead to the left. Overhead to the right. Yeah. Pretty sure. See, this is what always happens. That's why I just listen to the shape, man. Okay. And I switch them back and forth. And it becomes like not which one is supposed to be on which side. It becomes which one do I like more. And it makes that argument, which is cool.
Understand.
take is really good. You have to marvel at it, you know. Yeah, today is a lot of listening. It's probably, maybe probably, it's either the really repetitive part of, like, if you're, I guess, getting enjoyment out of a streaming thing, because what we're listening for is like, which one do we like more, which take, because it's not a set in stone part. It's it's being composed, you know. Take 3 sounds pretty good. All right, so now we're gonna do part. Like we're gonna do part editing. So that is this. Okay. So now I'm going to put markers where I think I could do part editing. I'm going to put it, I guess, in this take. This take will leave. Alright, so I think this is where I pick between take 1 or take 2 here. I don't think it needs part composing. I think it has to kind of be a whole context. But I think I'm going to like take 1 a lot better than take 2. But I'm going to listen to take 2 anyway. If I like take 2 more than take 1, I'm going to take 1's first few measures and then put it on here. That's how editing works. Because you want the best. Because it's like, I like take 2 more, but that intro in take 1 I like to. Well, take the intro from take 1 and put it in take 2. It's not a competition. Oh, I soloed it. Okay. Okay, I think it's close, but I think take 1 wins because This is why take one wins. There's a cymbal swell here. Fuck. Oops, I cursed. That cymbal swell? Look at that. Listen to that. Listen to that. Take one wins because of that cymbal swell. So I already decided it's the better take for this part of the song. And sometimes it's like that. Sometimes I like to get in detail. Like, okay, go by 5-minute intervals or 5-second intervals, see which take. But a part like this is more conceptual, like in its design, where like this take is a bigger picture, or this drum part is a bigger picture, bigger difference. You know, he's leading up to stuff here, and if I take that, then the lead up doesn't work, kind of. That's why I like to edit like this where it's just like big chunks, more so than just tiny edit intervals. I know some people do the tiny intervals, but sometimes the bigger take is the bigger takeaway. So we're gonna listen to take one again. Make sure it's exactly what I want. Exactly what I think makes the song magnificent. Yeah, look at that. I can't get over that. It sounds so cool. It goes right with like the it's like he's it's like, it's crazy. Like, how do you think of that? 'Cause I'm a drummer too, you know. So like, how did you think of that? You know, sometimes I'm like, fuck, you know, he's good. He's good. He knows his stuff. Okay. This here. I think I might do the same thing with take 2. I don't know if take 3 is gonna be my favorite, but right now it is. So I'm gonna listen to take 1. Take one's take one's the one with the click. But all this stuff over here is pretty interesting. But I don't think it's gonna be my favorite take. I think it plays it safe. He was going for a safe take, and then he six clicked. It's like this will be the safe one, and then so I think they progressively get stranger. So we're gonna see if strangeness pays off, or if I want to keep it simple and clean. Alright, so I like take two overall. Take two is like more put together. It's not like totally safe. Like he plays around with the toms, switches the timing. If you're a music theorist, this part would just drive you crazy. Especially like if you're thinking about meter and stuff. But yeah, it plays around with that time as a concept of tempo kind of deal. Because what tempo is it? I don't know. what number? You know, it's the number's gone. There was never any number. It just is, you know. Instruments will slow down with each other, speed up with each other. There's no click. We use the click to count us in, but after that first musician plays, it's all about his tempo, which is cool. Okay, so it's definitely between take two and take three, so I'm gonna go ahead and just get rid of take one. Take one is nowhere near as good as take two and take three. Take one is passable, but take two and so do I want subtle insanity or do I want total insanity? Because take three is gonna use crash cymbals and stuff, and since we're not like this music video doesn't show us play like our other ones, it kind of just shows like representations of us playing, if that makes any sense. Like it's gonna be pretty cool, so I don't have to worry about like angles and stuff, which is really relieving because it's like just all about finding the better take. Gonna listen to take three. Okay. Take three. So take three is more wild. Alright, so there's two different things happening here. Imagine this is an ensemble playing for you. And musicians can talk to each other with their parts. You know, so this drum part, like, contextually, everybody is kind of just staying in their lane. Piano players doing a little harmony. Marimba comes in, does a melody. And everyone's just kind of staying out of Marimba's way and just watching. And with take 3, highlighting his solo. It makes those quarter notes, like these cymbals, make those, when the marimba just goes out of, like, he starts playing like those duplets or whatever. Dun, 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 like it starts going out of time but in time. It's like, what? That's the art of chaos, man. So take 3, especially there. I want these cymbals, but as of this, I don't know. I think take 2 might win. So this, you might get to see part editing here. So a good spot, if I did want to part edit, it could be... He can get busy here, that's okay. Probably here is a good spot. It might not be, but like with Reaper you really can't make like, it's so user friendly compared to what I used to use. So this part is good. Like if I just want that half. 'Cause I'm not too crazy about this first half. But this last half, I am crazy about. So this first half can bite the dust. Because I think take 2's first half is good. So what I'm really comparing it to now is this last half here. So I'm going to take a listen to this last half and see if it's better than this half. I like the cymbals though. I've decided that one has cymbals, the other one doesn't. So that's the argument here. That's what they're arguing. Is cymbals, is the song better with cymbals or without? That's the question. So the best thing about this last half is this little tom thing. It's kind of cool. It's like, I don't know. It's like I like the cymbals, but I like that part too. So let me listen to take 3 again. risky. You want to see cool editing. So I like this in take one, but I also like the cymbals. And I also noticed the problem with trying to put that here is that there's cymbal ring. And over here, there is no cymbal ring. And you can kind of tell. So, yeah, it's that decision. Let's see. Man, it's really hard to make a decision. Oh man. See, if this stream got bigger, this is where I'd ask the chat, like, which take is better? Put a poll or whatever. Have y'all decide, because man, this is kind of hard. I just really like where he placed this symbol. And that symbol, like, they're like, it's really cool. I think all of those combined are gonna be better than this little tom part. But the tom part's really like, it's cool, but let's not play it safe. So take 3 is gonna take it. And when I'm done editing this, I could send it straight to Chris, and he just records his bass part, sends me his bass part. He edits his own bass, so I don't have to edit him. He does his own takes. Chris kind of works differently than Anthony in that Anthony will do multiple takes, and this is what you have to do for drums because drum editing is just so crazy. We'll do multiple full takes on drums and edit them, then send them off, because you don't want an unedited drum part. You don't want to play along to that and record your guitar part, because then it won't mesh together. Because human beings, unless like you're playing with computers, like human beings, they're not perfect. Like some people are, but not many, you know. There's always like subtle rushes, subtle slowdowns. Even metronomes aren't perfect. Like, so what you want to do is, instead of making sure everyone plays in perfect time, because there is no perfect time, you want everyone playing together. Oh yeah, next time you hear a musician say you're not playing in perfect time, you just hit them back with, there is no perfect time. Because there isn't. There's no perfect time. Everything is slightly off. Okay, so this is our drum parts. We're gonna listen to it in full context. I wonder if how Chris, because Chris knows how to edit drums too. I wonder how, but he's his machine now. But I wonder how he used to do it. Okay, this is our drum part. So we have a little bit of every take. This might not sound perfect, blending wise. Let me see how it does. It's not that bad. This won't like interfere with Chris. It's actually pretty clean. Not like super clean, but it's cleanish. See, that would have taken me like 30 minutes on Cubase. We used to use that old terrible program. Take that right there would have taken me 30 minutes. It's like, man, the world just gets easier, you know, as it should with audio stuff. As far as like user friendliness. Okay, that sounds pretty neat. We're gonna listen to the whole thing. Stare into the fire. That's what this one's about.
From the dream to unite and rebuild. So don't be afraid. Take my hand. Unite and understand.
Oh man. Okay. Let me see. So here, just pro gamer move here. That happens here. I feel like this would sound better a little more ahead. here he locks in. Here he's like here. Oh, what I do? Okay, like right here. So I'm just gonna move this part like kind of ahead. We'll see what it does. Might make it worse. Alright, I'm kind of close. This part I'm gonna move even more ahead. This is the cool stuff you could do with Reaper. Actually, I'm not gonna do that. It looks like a mustache man. 2 eyes, mustache, mouth. That's what it looks like. Alright. Sounds pretty cool. I guess like whoever's tuning in is getting a treat. The sneak peek of a new song on some new album. The sneak peek. How it... Watch the creator make their own music. I wonder how many people would watch, you know, that actually happen. They say that's where the magic is. This is the magic. That's the magic show. We'll listen to it again. This part especially. Yeah, I think it was just that part. Okay. We'll listen to the whole thing now. Lots of listening. This is how it is. If that's just how it is when you're doing this kind of thing. Now, I think I've done this before. I forget which song. Which song was that? This has been Explosion and Pocket Master, yeah. This is gonna be kind of annoying. Alright, so we're just gonna go ahead and put these all on one track. So it's just 1, 2, 3. We're gonna like put it nice and straight, perfect, like that. So we want it to be nice and straight, so it doesn't move. We're gonna do the same thing with this. Editing. A lot of people like forget this part of audio exists. Like they show it in movies and it just all happens, you know. But it's like part of the creative process too. Like there are some bands that like have their part written out exactly what. But I'm like, all those forks in the road you have when composing, like would it sound better if I did this or this? Like you have to hear it. You have to hear like, oh, that's how it sounds with cymbals. Because what you hear in your head will sound different out loud. So I don't know why. Like, I think he's coming to the same conclusion that I did with the symbols being in the song. Cool. What I could do later, because there's an instrument in what I call tribe, the ASP. I don't even think I need to record it. I could just like copy paste it. It'll line up with the crash symbols. How did these change color? Colors, no. I want everything in black and white, not colors. I think Chris wrote a song about something like that. It's a good song. I think it was called Black and White. I don't know if it's out there though. Alright. Okay. So we want to make sure this is ready for Chris. I think it is. Like, I think it's ready for Chris. So Chris has this. The reason this metronome is here is because Chris needs a count off. I kind of count off with my voice, but I want the count off to be like crystal clear. That way he knows when to come in. So this part, I think, let's see. So, something interesting is happening right here. He's slowing down with, because Tom, the floor tomer, slows down a little bit. Floor tomer, who's me, slows down a little bit there. And he's trying to slow down with him. But he doesn't totally get it here. But it's not like his fault. It's more like he's trying to cover up my mistake, you know? So I'm going to help him cover up my mistake. Here. He's trying to slow down with me. And then we get back on time. Yeah. This really might be. So, oops. I'm gonna make sure Chris doesn't have to worry about that. Cause he would probably be able to cover it up, honestly. Like if this happened live, you wouldn't be able to tell because the bass might keep it all together. But we can move it a little bit like that. And see if we like that. So we don't want this here. Just do that. It sounded kind of weird. Maybe we don't want that. Yeah, something's off. Something's off. I guess it was like kind of too big. Maybe over here. Maybe not. Oops. Just want to push it. Definitely not. So it's just these things. It's not the tom at all. Yeah. Ah. It doesn't sound good. I like it's probably just me. What is with this cut here? Can I not go back? Here. Yeah, it's successful. I think he does get it. I don't know. I thought he didn't, but then I moved it back and it was like, oh no, he got it. My ear is not perfect. Yeah. Reaper's good. It's good and it's not expensive, you know. That's the main reason I use it. I think it does us good, you know. It's designed well. Like you can do things here. Like drum editing, you can't. I feel like some DAWs like. I mean, I'm sure you can, but like some of the like just brand like generic ones, you know, you need something like that. Yeah, man, it's actually really beautiful that little slowdown, because he's right with the tom drummer. I don't know if anyone else can even hear that. It's just a very slight. They slow down together. It's cool. That's cool. That's why I don't want the click going through, because the click's not gonna slow down for anyone. But these musicians will slow down for each other, speed up for each other. The click can't do that. And that's why I say it, I think every stream, you can't have the click on when you're editing. Like, you gotta make sure everyone's playing together. And that didn't even require much editing, or any editing. I didn't end up moving him. So we're gonna listen to it one more time, full in context. I've showed the song before, but I think there's marimba now, and there's this chanter here. He's new. I named the track Ancestor because it's like this ancient chanting he's doing. So we got marimba. I think I showed that off, but I don't think I showed the chanter. Is it louder? Kind of want to right here. So that's new. That's a chanter. And I think my vocals are new too. So I don't think I've showed that yet. Can't really record and stream. So like we still have to record off. I was thinking about putting a laptop while we were recording and just hitting live stream. I think that's kind of a cool process too, to see like how we just record music with what we have, and you know, not really let anything stop it, and making whatever music we want to. Like, that's a big thing, for the sake of it. Like, really, I think like the hardest thing to find in musicians is like which ones care about doing it for attention and which ones like really love music. And when you find the ones that really love music don't care about like fame, um, you start focusing on just like it becomes the discipline that takes to learn an instrument kicks in, and you just want to get better at just music in general. Like Anthony's a drummer, but he's trying to get better at music, like playing and adapting and making a good song rather than making a good like a showcase for himself. Like you give this song to the wrong drummer and he's gonna just show off like to it, and you'll be like nothing will go to it. Like there's some musicians like that. Some really good ones even kind of slightly go over their like comfort zone, like kind of out of the pocket. That's what they call it in drums, the pocket. Like don't play out of the pocket now. You can do cool stuff, but don't play out of the pocket. And the pocket is the other musicians. Like, what are they doing? You don't want to be doing something totally different. Alright, I believe this is ready though. Here Anthony hits a crash cymbal to introduce the chanter. So let me show you everything that's going on in the song. So I'll pause it in some areas. Starts the fire. First album of the song, you're staring into a fire. So there's fire beginning mixed with the force sound effect as you see. Try to play. Staring into a fire where Tribe is playing. More instruments added. So in the beginning it was only like this strange chord instrument, this tom, and I think a tambourine. Yeah. So just those. And then about here, Anthony kind of foreshadows the next what's gonna come, more instruments. On this part, acoustic guitar, bass guitar, which isn't recorded yet, acoustic guitar, marimba, like instruments just come in. So practically everybody else in the group but the chanter. So almost all the instruments are here. We just need one more. And it's like the ultimate prep. Gives him a crash cymbal. Then he's gone. and that's pretty cool. So when the chanter when the chanter went away, so did the crash cymbal. And that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So it's all hyping up that chanter, then he comes over here and he leaves. And he's gone. He doesn't come back for the rest of the song. He's only there. Instead, it's another voice here.
To unite and rebel. So don't be afraid. Take my hand. Unite
I want to hear this without the map.
and understand. Understand.
Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna be editing drums for a while because he recorded 2 other songs too, and that was just one. Sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's one take, you know. Sometimes it's just like, yeah. I'm thinking that's how Pocket Master will go. Like it'll just be like that one take where it's just like just use that. But sometimes you get songs like this where it can go in so many different directions. And no direction is bad, you know. It's all about like what's better. Like some songs can go in like more straightforward directions, but other songs like especially this one, because where have you heard anything like where tribal instrument sounds are preparing like a chanter, and then it's like it's a strange situation, so you want like different options like this. But this is our drum parts. Anthony's gonna kind of chill for a little bit because now it's me and Chris. I edit a good drum part, give it to him, he plays with it, and while he's recording, I edit another drum part. He records that, and it's like this back and forth between me and him. So it's pretty cool. It gets stuff done, you know. It's very easy to just say you want to make music and then like not make it because music is a like discipline. Like sometimes you put a lot into it. But, you know, what else would I be doing? My time. All right. I think that's a good stopping point. So we finished editing Dream, the drum part. Sounds pretty good. That's about all we did today. I'll probably edit throughout the week because it's not, you know, that. It's not that. You don't have to use like creativity really. You have to just. It's kind of like a tedious not so much tedious, but like it's you're critiquing somebody's creation. You're not creating it, you know. And you're taking that and putting it to create something. So I guess it is creating in a way. But yeah, it should be good, and I'll probably show it what takes I use and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So this one is gonna be pretty big. It's pretty big sounding. Alright, I don't think I really changed anything here. Like I said before, the code has been beaten. One person has beaten it. I think I say in here, oh, I thought I say like only a few people will get the prize. Like maybe I take down the prize or something after a while, but as long as like I know more than 10 people beat it or something. But we'll see, we'll see. Maybe the prize will stay there forever. Okay. But nobody has beaten this. A Melancholy Dream is like secretly a game. So first you have to figure out that it's a game, which isn't impossible to assume. And then once you figure out it's a game, you have to figure out the goal of the game. And once you figure out the goal of the game, then you can beat the game. It's very, very cryptic, and what we're working on now is not going to be as cryptic as this. But yeah, this is what I'm making is an easier to understand kind of idea, like what this is going for, but a little easier. That way you might enjoy the new thing first and then kind of get our style of entertainment. And then you'll see like, oh, okay. But the music is like front and foremost, like should not be ignored in this because it's all intertwined. But yeah, Melancholy Dream can be beaten or solved. And it's pretty hard. I don't know if anyone will solve it actually, like for real. But I think once you figure out how to solve it, I think it is solvable. But figuring out how to solve it is kind of hard. But not impossible. Oh yeah. I saw our listens went up. So that made me happy. I was like, hey, check it out. Like our listeners doubled for some reason. That's pretty nice. It's nice, like some people just go on Spotify and like save our stuff, and that's cool, you know. I think this is like really the coolest time to be a musician, I would say. Because you can really do whatever you want. Like if we were trying to like get signed, we'd have to change everything about us. You know? So it's cool like this kind of music where it's like totally original artist music can be released without like corporations or sponsors involved, you know. And it's not just us, you know, it's a lot anybody who just releases music, you know, just on their own. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful time. But our time is up. Thank you for staying. Thank you for watching. I hope you all have a good night. This is Josh, signing off.